I cannot tell you how stoked I am that Jackie was the one in the circle. Yeah. Yes, for many reasons. This is a very special episode, not only because we're live and Bucky's is getting prepped for our Shirley Girlies game tomorrow night, but today, ladies and gentlemen, before Julia reads our Shark Ninja promo, we all have to sing happy birthday to two very special people.
We do.
Julia has finally turned 21.
I'm pumped. To be 21. I'd be looking so cute right now.
And producer
so
Jackie,
cute.
both of these fools have the exact same birthday. Go figure, you two. What the heck
There
is
you
up
go.
with that? How are your days, first of all?
It was good. A lot of Aries energy on the show. I absolutely love it. Me and Jackie both got to spend the mornings separately with our own moms, which is a very special way to spend a birthday. Like waking up with my mom in my house was so awesome. She made Sunday dinner for us last night, which was so good. Spaghetti and meatballs, which I asked for every year for my birthday when I was a kid too.
Rightfully so.
I feel like I had something else funny. Oh, my mom ran into another Aries queen at the airport as she was just leaving. She ran into the one and only Marie-Philippe Poulin and obviously went up and spoke to her in French, which is just the cutest thing in the world. Final commentary on my birthday is that I went into my Pilates class this morning looking like a child after the Christmas break at school because like my mother-in-law got me a new set and Liam got me new sneakers and my sister-in-law got me new socks. So I was in a completely new outfit when I went in. Okay, Jackie, tell me about your day. You're way more interesting than me and my basicness.
Are you kidding? That's so good. Well, I went for a run yesterday, which was good because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that today. So for like a nice 5K. And then same thing. Laura, though, my wife made like amazing breakfast for my parents and me this morning, which was so nice.
Nice.
And then I honestly just started working, which is not as exciting as what you did. And I even worked so much, I didn't look at my phone and then I didn't realize and then Tessa had to write in a work email that you guys posted a birthday thing for us. I was like, I didn't even.
Wait, what was the email?
So just for Katie Daishala, who does our in-house stuff and coordinates all of the in-house presentation, was just like, we had to send her our promo for MSG, Julia, and she was just like, Jackie, by the way, happy birthday. And Jackie's like, oh, you're a fan of the show. You must have heard Tessa and Julia mention it's our birthdays. I'm like, no, Jackie, it was the post. But also she does listen. Katie, we love you.
That's
Katie.
so
Yeah. So happy birthday, you two. Bucky's, you want to start?
You guys are the best. Let's do it.
Happy birthday
birthday to
you.
My favorite part of this part is when everybody goes, are you one? Are you two? Are you three?
Are you three?
Are you four? Jackie, how high do
Everyone,
we
as
gotta go
awkward
here?
as
I
it
was
is to be
like,
sung
well-
happy birthday to, I have to tell you virtually, it's giving me hives.
No. I think this might be the worst happy birthday, but I know that you guys are the
Do
best.
it. You put 2 lines and then you stop.
Happy
I didn't
birthday
birthday
to you. Happy birthday to
Julie, should we help them?
Does Buckles have a delay? Happy birthday, dear Jackie and Julia. Happy birthday to both of you.
Okay, thank you so much. That's amazing. You
Are
guys are
you
the best.
10?
We love you
Are you
all
20?
so much.
I think it was my delay. I would like to apologize. And I didn't vocally warm up before that. So there's a couple
I
of
wish we had
factors
that
as to
little
why.
thing like Inquire there.
Tuning fork.
So you can get the note right off the top.
Yes.
That would have helped a lot.
Yeah. What is this called, Jack?
Is it like a
harmonica?
tuning fork or like a
No, it's not a fork. It's you blow into it. You can pick like C, F,
like a
whatever.
pitchfork.
It's like in Pitch
it's like
Perfect.
Pitchfork.
Well, that's okay. You're right.
Pitchfork's a little different.
One of Annabelle's
You get the pitch.
favorite
You like
items.
blow into it. It gets you. Okay. If other musicians are on, and we'll know what I'm talking about. I swear.
If you're a
pitchfork.
musician, please send that item in the chat.
Yeah, because we don't believe Jackie.
If you're just joining us right now and you're like, what is everyone talking about? Obnoxiously, it's Jackie, our wonderful producer, Jackie, and I's birthday today. You know what? Actually, going back to that birthday post just for a second, that photo with the Heisey family on the ice
God.
and Parker Fox, her fiance,
brilliant.
is one of my favorite photos
Best
ever.
all time.
Heisey, another great March birthday. So a lot of birthdays packed into this month. A lot of stuff in general. If you're just joining right now, we're completely off the rails right now, but we will talk about the trade deadline, which is today in a couple of moments. And we're able to do that because of our awesome partners at Shark Ninja. And today we want to tell you quickly about the Ninja Crispy portable cooking system that packs the power of a full-sized air fryer into a portable design. It includes a 6-cup and 4-quart Tupperware container. Whether you're whipping up single-serve meals in 7 minutes, sharing crispy snacks on the go, or serving a crowd, the Ninja Crispy makes it easy. The Tupperware glassware is thermal shock resistant to go from frozen to crispy in seconds, and we got a promo code for y'all. You can use JOCKS15 to get 15% off any Shark Ninja product. Thank you very much to Shark Beauty, Shark Home, Ninja Kitchen for sponsoring this pod day in, day out of these 4 nincompoops that you see on your screen right now if you're watching the video version. March 30th, trade deadline. We made our way there.
Yes.
One trade went down today. We'll get to it in a second. Can confirm, though, just got a text from the PWHL's comms team. That is all the trades we will see today. There will be no more deals. The 5 o'clock trade deadline has passed, and all the teams are almost officially official ahead of the roster freeze tomorrow. So lots to get to. Do we...
I'm going to go, though.
Okay,
Jack.
We like having you here for emotional support, though, Jackie.
I can say, but I got to push buttons and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
go push those buttons,
but
Jack.
I appreciate the
As
the
you
birthday
do.
hang.
Jackie's
you don't
always
want me to
pushing
talk
all of our
about trades with you. You know what I mean? I'm not the
do.
expert on that. Oh, I'm going to listen to it. I'm not actually leaving. I'm just disappearing.
Don't
from
worry,
the
guys.
screen.
She
We
won't
know
just
where you
end
go hide,
strangely.
Jackie.
Yeah,
The ferry
going to hide
spot.
in Julia's forest.
Okay, producer Jackie,
Okay.
everyone. Our wonderful
Love you
birthday
all
producer.
very
We love
much.
her.
And Buckles is going to send me away with her button.
Yep.
Go
Buckles
Buckies,
is going to
do
hang out with
work.
us. In the meantime,
Okay,
we're going to
I
tell
was
you
gonna
about
say.
Paris Jewelers. Paris Jewelers is proudly Canadian for over 35 years. Women-owned, Paris Jewelers celebrates life stories through ready-to-wear fine jewelry. Thank you to our friends at Paris Jewelers. We're going to be in the house very soon in store at Paris Jewelers, and we're going to get to check out some of the championship rings that the Minnesota
wait.
Frost have won the last 2 seasons in the PWHL, and they're going to make their attempt to win their 3rd in a row, and now the moves have been made. The trade deadline has passed. One deal made, Buckles and Tessa. The Minnesota Frost acquired defender Jincy Rose from the New York Sirens for forward Denisa Krisheva. Second time, sort of, Krisheva was traded this season. She was taken by the Golden Eyes in the expansion draft, then traded back to the Minnesota Frost before the season. We talked to Ken Klee. I think I talked to him in person at a game too. They were so happy to get Krisheva back when they lost her in the expansion draft. So man, I feel bad for her because Tessa, we had her on the podcast and we heard what a nightmare it was to move her apartment already once this year. And gosh, she's had some serious travel action with having to bring the Walter Cup back to Czechia. If you haven't heard that episode
What a legend
yet,
to do that.
go back and listen to it. But what do we think here, you two, on this trade between the Sirens and the Frost?
Bucky's, do you okay if I take the floor first?
Yeah, you absolutely take the floor first.
And tell me if you agree or disagree. I feel like Krzyzova gets buried in Minnesota's lineup because they are so deep. And I think that she has a lot more to offer than what she has shown in Minnesota. And I think that's going to be able to come to light in New York. So as much as this is sad for her and she's got to move twice in a season, I think this is a really good opportunity for her to go to a team who they've told us, Maddie Wheeler kind of chirped us, Julia, about not having them in the playoffs, that is serious about really fighting tooth and nail to get into the playoffs. So I think she'll be able to help contribute to that. On the back end for New York, I feel like that's a pretty good loss for them. Jincy Rose is a pretty steady Eddie defender. We know she had made it public. She was very happy to have signed there, and it was on purpose due to her husband, right? They got married. Or are they still fiancés? I apologize, Jincy. I should know this. You're a Buckeye, and I love you to pieces. But regardless, that's a pretty big hole to fill and some big minutes to eat up. But on Minnesota's side, I mean, my goodness, your back end is looking just fantastic now with Jincy there. Like, you're deep. You're deep.
It's
you're
unbelievable.
Fine.
It's unbelievable. I think the one thing I will say, the only plus to Krzyzova moving around so much are her traveler points. So she's going to hopefully get some more vacation in the off season. But no, I think this is a great swap for both teams. I think, like you were saying, Tess, I don't think she was getting the glory that she rightfully deserved in Minnesota. I mean, just because they have such a deep lineup as well. And on New York, they're going to need her, and they're going to need her quick to make this playoff push.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to make a splash in the first few games. I just have a feeling. So, and Jinsey Rose, I mean, yeah, now the Minnesota Frost, in my opinion, now has the deepest decor there is.
So stupid.
I always said it was Vancouver, but they definitely steal the cake now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, for players like Mae Batherson, who stepped up this season and has been fantastic for the Frost, Kendall Cooper, I mean, I expected her to make an impact, but not immediate, not that big like that. But I just feel like, I don't want to say there were surprises, but there were definitely, I hate calling them surprises because I did expect big things from them. And I didn't expect them to show up as big as they did. My daughter's jumping in here. Annie, can you go
I
back
was
upstairs?
so curious as to what little character was trying to come into the live stream.
Good. Mommy's working.
Tessa is like such a superwoman. She's a mom.
backpack?
She's
Daddy has
always
it
helped.
upstairs.
She's like the queen of this podcast, and like she's wrangling kids while we're talking trades. No, Tessa, you're the absolute
Good
best.
job
Do not
being
apologize for that ever.
Upstairs, big girl. I don't want to call them surprises because I knew they were going to be players in this league, obviously. And May turned up big at the beginning of this season, proving that she enjoyed getting those extra minutes. And those were the minutes that she felt like she deserved and she had earned them. And then Kendall Cooper, it was just like, girl, pardon us, take the stage.
Unbelievable.
Love watching her play. Whenever she's on, I can't help, even when I'm like, I'm not going to ISO Kendall. I ISO Kendall every time I
help
watch.
it.
When I say ISO, everybody, just to give you context, I mean I isolate. So I only watch her during the play. I watch what she does with and without the puck, where she's going, where she's choosing to be defensively, where her stick is, things like that. I think that's just because I'm a defender. I don't even want to say I'm a defender at heart because like I get chirped all the time at Shirley Girlies that I'm like, even if they put me on D, I'm a forward. So they
She
just
loves
like me.
the offense, people. She does. She loves the glory up there. So,
But that being said, I appreciate her game so much. So to add Jinsey to this is just like, I know Jinsey's going to be probably sad leaving her family and stuff, but there's April and May left of the season.
Yeah.
She's going to integrate into this team and realize how much fun they actually are, and she's going to get a serious crack at a Walter Cup. Like a serious crack at a Walter Cup. She could potentially help a team go back to back to back, which is insane in professional sports. But this team's got the gumption. And right now they just proved that they are dead serious about making it happen. By the way, Annie painted my nails, everyone. I didn't do this on my own. So
They look beautiful.
Thank
if you're
you.
just
They look
listening
beautiful.
audio, they're pink and blue and they just look absolutely wonderful.
yeah, it's a
Tessa-
light purple.
Oh, sorry.
That's
sorry.
okay.
That's
She would
my
be
bad.
upset.
It was from a distance, in fairness.
It's all
Please
good.
don't tell her that I said that. We were talking about this before we came up live. In the PWHL, both teams, because there's no draft picks being slung around right now, no draft picks being traded, both teams kind of have to benefit from a trade being made, and it has to be player for player right now. We've seen that in the past with trade deadlines. We've seen that with Schaffsall and Eldridge getting swapped this year. In your mind, New York's pushing for the playoffs. Minnesota looks like they're going to get in again for the third straight year, obviously.
that's the word they shine. So, yeah.
Which one of these teams do you think instigated this trade? Like who was shopping here?
I think New York, I think Minnesota inquired.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. They know how important their backhand was on the first two that they won. And I think they wanted to make sure that they were legit locked up back there. And not to say that the players that they have right now aren't capable, but Jinsey's an upgrade on some of them. And I don't think it's bad to have her. She doesn't have to play every game, but you can do a 3-player rotation, whoever's going in with their top 4D that they have going. So I don't know. I mean, Boston's locked in. They've already secured a playoff spot.
Yep.
New York's what? How many points back of Ottawa? They are 6 points back of Ottawa. That's 2 wins. If they could go on a little heater here,
You never know.
you don't. And that's the most beautiful part about this league. That has my father hooked on the PWHL. He can't quit it. This is the drug that my dad has always wanted. It is the PWHL. And he calls me all the time I don't know if you're following. I'm like, well, it's my job.
It's kind of my
the most
job,
dad
but
thing
yeah.
ever.
I don't know. Do you know this? Did you know?
Did
I'm
you
like, I
notice
know.
this
I'm
thing?
aware. Very aware.
He thought something slipped through the cracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got
but
you.
the tough thing for New York is they're finishing 3 on the road. So to have someone who has been there and won that for 2 years with Minnesota, it's a good add to have Krajova there just to maybe speaks some maturity in the game, I guess, because she is a very mature player. She does play the right way, a full 200-foot game, and she knows how to contribute and things like that. And she's been around some of the greats who have trained in practice to be in those games and know how to turn over wins. So great addition by New York. But I do think Minnesota was shopping.
That's exactly what Pascal Daou said too. Like, he's looking to inject some veteran experience, somebody who's been there into the locker room, someone who can provide a little bit of that veteran stability and kind of show the younger girls like, hey, we can do this. I've been there. Nobody in New York has playoff experience if they do end up getting there. So that makes sense. In Minnesota, the rich just get richer. They're looking to get deeper. They know how much depth matters in the postseason. And if you thought today was a little bit of a quiet trade deadline, only one trade made, same thing as last year. Again, I said it, it's hard to make deals with a whole bunch of parts when you can't trade draft picks yet. Last year, Caitlin Willoughby was acquired from Montreal, and she was swapped for Anna Shelby. And then in 2024, Venetia was swapped for Amanda Boulier and Cheyenne Darkangelo for Lexi Agia and the rights to Katrin Lonergan. So usually the trade deadline in the PWHL, a fairly quiet day for right now, though, Tess. In the future, we'd imagine this day will be pretty poppin'.
Yeah, I just found out we're going to get the GM of the Minnesota Frost on our podcast at around 5:40 here. Melissa Caruso will be joining us to talk about the trade.
Nice.
Amazing.
Okay, so we'll keep that tracking, and we'll have Melissa Caruso, GM of the Minnesota Frost, on around 5:40 to talk about the deal that they made today. And we're excited to talk to her. Melissa's so nice, and
She's
everybody
awesome.
from that Frost front office is awesome, and excited to hear what she thinks she's going to get out of Jinsey Rose.
Yeah, she gave me a hug last year when we were on the ice. Like, I hadn't met her, never shook her hand before. She came over, gave me a hug, and I was like, damn right, that's my people right there. I like that. I'm a hugger.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go through some news, though. This is it's been a pretty wild weekend outside of just the trade deadline. How about Hillary Knight and Kendall Coyne-Schofield getting activated from LTIR like simultaneously from their respective injuries from the Olympics? I do not know. And you know what? If it was, would they tell us? Nope.
Never.
No, not. But I felt the ground tremble when I saw that on Instagram. I was like, come on now. Here we go.
Yeah. Nice for both teams to have them back. And obviously both of their fan bases were stoked to see them. So Coyne had missed 7 games, and, you know, she was eager, just chomping at the bit to get back. She doesn't sit still well, and I get it. And she didn't sit still at all in that game. She was a producer. So we'll get to those games, though, in a moment. But also a cool moment for a couple players, Julia.
Yeah, right after that 1:00 Scepters game on Sunday afternoon, Renata Fast and Sarah Nurse from the Vancouver Golden Eyes, who they were playing, headed to the Juno Awards in Hamilton, handled out Album of the Year. It was great. Oh, we got some
Buckles
videos playing in the background.
us some.
I love it. Who's DJing on the Jogs and Jills stream right now? I love it.
Dig.
It feels appropriate since we were talking about the Junos. Nursey and Fast handed out an award. I have something really funny to tell you about that. That's like kind of unrelated. The dress that Renata Fast was wearing on stage at the Junos. That's literally what I was going to put all my bridesmaids in. I'm not joking.
Amazing.
Stop.
Well, you see what it looks like now. It looks great on camera.
A little bit.
Do it. It looks amazing on camera.
Funny? Greg, I haven't told Greg that yet. Her brother.
Well, now he knows.
Is planning my wedding. But
Greg's
hopefully
calling
Greg
out
is
here.
listening
He's
right now.
tuned in,
He's
for
going to be
sure.
like, Julia, you're stalking me.
Yeah.
Like, please.
Yeah.
Create an original idea that you didn't steal from Renata Fast. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such a copier. Such a cool moment for those two, though. And I guess we'll talk about the game in a second. But Sarah Nurse and all the former Toronto players just had themselves an absolute night in Toronto on Sunday. Before we keep going, though, and talking about all the awesomeness happening in the league this week, I'm going to take a second and talk to you about the T-shirt that I'm wearing and the sweater that Tessa's wearing and the hockey stick that Buckles was doing some sort of liturgical dance with to start the show. This game is looking a lot more colorful these days. The Barbie CCM collection is officially here to grow the sport by celebrating self-expression and elite performance. We're talking new JetSpeed FTW Pro Tech meets the limitless spirit of Barbie with everything from pro-level sticks to exclusive apparel. It's gear designed for every dreamer on the ice. Shop the collections at ccmhockey.com because in this game, you can be anything. Okay, we're going to go through the games from this past week. Thank you very much, Buckles, for being the merch
The
shop.
scrunchie had me. The scrunchie's great, by the way, though. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
this is my favorite piece. I wear it every day. So
It's awesome. I could tell you still got the tag on it.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, to start the week, Boston, Toronto. We had to predict this one, Tessa, for our FanDuel
God.
picks. And you got this one.
Except
Boston
I called
was
the under.
Oh, and it was
I know.
3.5.
Don't care though.
Right?
I don't care. I got the pick right.
Yeah.
Curse it. Whatever.
Frankel, first goaltender in PWHL history to record 3 consecutive shutouts. Like nothing is going by her right now, and that's just the way it's going to be.
And also, like, sold out crowd. That was a good game that they were at in Toronto. 8,638 people got to see Frankel make 18 saves for that shutout. Her 7th shutout of the season. Okay? More shutouts this season than any PW goalie in their career. Just let that marinate for a little bit. She's got a 1.17 goals against average, which is absolutely filthy, and a .954 save percentage. The only thing I can say to try and solve her is throw everything at net and in her feet from every angle, in her feet, and just start crashing that way. Because you got to push her back in her net. She's a smaller goalie. Someone's got to crash. Someone's got to throw it in her feet. Now, it's just a matter of Boston plays such a great defensive game. Can you even get in enough to be able to do that? So, I don't know. I like everything Frankel's putting up this year, and I like everything this team's doing. It's beautiful. Chuli was in net in this one because Kirk's out. But 19 saves in the loss for her, 4th consecutive loss for her, which is tough. But fewest shot on nets in a game for Toronto. Is that just a bad performance by Toronto, or is that just speaking volumes to Boston playing well, Bucks? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it truly, I like everything that Boston is right now as a group. They're a well-oiled machine, and I mean, I truly think it's a testament to them. I mean, Toronto right now, I think there needs to be a little bit more firepower, but in that game, I think that was all Boston. So
yeah. Jessie Eldridge gets her first goal as a
Did we get an assist on that?
I don't know. I was going to ask. You know what? It's not our assist. It is clearly Bo's assist because she got to see Bo.
That's what it was
before that game. So I don't know if we could take credit for that one, even though we had an awesome chat with her right before that as well. And that interview will be coming out this week, next week. I don't know, one of the two, but you'll see it. And this game was the start of Shepherd's getting hot too, which continued later in the week, which we'll talk about. Guys, we're starting to see postseason
in this
Shephers.
game too. We saw on Eldridge's goal, Mueller and Eldridge getting a little comfortable with each other, and I like this. And I think this is going to be amazing to watch this friendship grow. This is going to be fun out there, people.
Truly, if you can get, I was going to say, Mueller's going to find Jessie,
and Jessie's going to find Mueller.
And Jessie's shot always finds the back of the net. So I truly think that's going to be a beautiful duo to keep your eyes out for.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. New York, Montreal takeover tour game in Detroit, over 15,000. Actually, it's closer to 16,000 people
just
in
under.
attendance. First nationally televised game in the U.S. for the PWHL.
Coolest.
And they gave the U.S. a show. Like, this was a spicy game. You know if New York's going to be involved, and I feel like New York, Montreal is a budding rivalry in the league, too. A little bit of hatred here.
Yep.
You love to see it.
Montreal had to fight for this one, though. I'll tell you that. They only had 2 shots on goal in the first period. It was like, did they know that this game was happening? Like, guys, the puck dropped. Get to it. Nonetheless, they get the win. 11th consecutive game with points for them. That ties Toronto's record from season 1. Remember when we were all mind blown about Toronto?
Yep.
Montreal's doing it. Tough for New York. Their winless streak is extended to 4 straight games with consecutive losses, allowing 3 or more goals, which ain't great. So that just tells me your systems are a little too loose, probably through the neutral zone, and things aren't really dialed in the D zone just yet. They allowed 18 goals in that 4-game losing streak, which isn't great. But anyways, they have no wins in 6 road games. So like I said, New York ends their season with, 4 games on the road, 3 games on the road, Ottawa, Toronto, Boston. So you got to figure that out real quick.
I feel like that's a testament to kind of just like the youngsters on that team. They got a lot of young kids, inexperienced. They got a lot of talented kids, but you got Caruso coming in, 31. Get some more vets in there and kind of tighten those things up. And I think this team's going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, the more I marinate on it, though, the more I'm like, but wasn't Jinsey that for New York also? Really must have been that Minnesota was intrigued by the idea of adding her for the postseason. Is what makes more sense in my head the more I sit here and think about it. Vancouver, Toronto. This is the one that we were just talking about, where Fast and
Nursey were
Sarah
battling
Nurse
it out.
had to run to the Junos after. I saw Brant Feldman, Renata's agent, talking about how much the Scepters had to help in like arranging a car and everything and getting the girls out of the rink really fast. Because if you guys are around the GTA, you know what a battle it is.
You're
like
not
Toronto
and they gotta
and
go to Hamilton.
Yeah, allegedly that is close. In my experience, it's at least 4 hours away. Like, it's so far.
With Toronto traffic, easy.
But they made it there after, not before putting on an awesome show for the home crowd, even though it was probably a dagger to the hearts of many Scepters fans, because it was former Scepters that were just absolutely crushing and cruising in this game on Sunday night.
I got to give a shout out to Nursey here. There's a girl named Peyton who plays on Theo's hockey team, and she skipped our last practice of the season to go to this Scepters game because she wanted to see Sarah Nurse play. She made this bedazzled sign for her, and Nursey actually ended up going over and tossing her a puck. So her dad was sending pictures and stuff to the group chat just how excited she was, which was awesome. But thank you, Nursey, for getting that done. But Nursey got things done on the ice too. Izzy Daniels, Sarah Nurse, and Hannah Miller, former Scepters, all of them combined for 5 points against them. Like, was it the familiarity of the rink? Was it just them stoked being back in Toronto? I don't know, but they were popping off. Nice to see Mash between the pipes, I must say, everybody. Welcome back, Mash. You were missed. But not that Soupy wasn't holding it down. She was putting up some great numbers. But Mash made 25 saves in her return. That's awesome.
Yeah.
She had missed 5 games for Vancouver. Elaine Chuley again back in the pipes as Kirky's still day-to-day, but she stopped 26 of 29, which was great for her. But unfortunately, Toronto leaves some really, really important points on the table here, fam. Like, you can't be letting points slip away. You got to take at least one out of every game. They lost their 8th time in 10 games at Coca-Cola Coliseum. What's wrong with your home rink?
Yeah.
What's up with it? Your fans love you. You always get great turnouts. It's pumping in there. I don't get it. The Scepters have only scored more than 2 goals in 3 of their 10 home games. That's it.
I know.
They got to find a way.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I was actually in the building for that game, and the fans were hopping. The rink was packed to the nines. But going back to the Chuley point, these were a lot of grade A chances. Like, a lot of these chances, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, Chuley was holding them in there. So defensively, that group needs to tighten up a lot, because obviously they have the firepower up front. But if you're getting scored on and getting these big chances happening all the time and putting your goalies in those spots, it's not good for a deep run.
No, but good games for Chuley to get in, might I say. I know it's tough to see Kirky out day to day, but nice to know Chuley's getting hit by some rubber and logging those minutes, you know what I mean? Because you never know what's going to happen come playoff time, and you need your backup to be totally dialed and ready to rock and roll. And I feel like from, the litmus test that she's given us, she looks just fine.
Yeah, definitely. So Vancouver takes that one, and they head back west. Nice to see Vancouver win on the road too, I might say. Nice
Yes.
to get one of the West Coast teams pick up a win on the road.
Yeah.
Yes, girls. Appreciate it very much. You can win on the road. It's a thing. It's a thing
You
that
can.
happens. Boston, Minnesota. This was kind of the game of the day that everybody had circled. 2 of the top teams in the league duking out. Boston with the opportunity to be the first team to clinch a playoff spot and the fastest team to do it in PWHL history. The Boston Fleet do it. They are going to the postseason. They are back in the PWHL playoffs. And to go from last year missing the postseason on the very last day of the regular season, just having the worst game in franchise history. Seriously, like it was. Nobody showed
Not
up
great.
for that last game for the Boston Fleet. They missed the playoffs because of it. And then this season, Aaron Frankel has a season of a lifetime. Megan Keller is like the most famous person ever. Like, we're so lucky she came on our podcast, and everything's great for the Boston Fleet. They're going to the playoffs. They beat Minnesota, who put up a hell of a fight in this game to do it too.
Yeah, 13th regulation win for the Fleet. I mean, they scored 4 goals. 4 against Minnesota.
Somebody actually in our comments was like, tagging this so Tessa has to Tessa has to acknowledge the Fleet scoring more than 2 goals or something like that.
Like, what the hell? They're totally shutting me up on everything, which is great because it just looks like they're coming to form for playoffs, right? But that being said, like 2 games in a row, they score 4 goals, which is amazing for them to pop off. But to score 4 goals against Minnesota, that's like 8 against any other team to me. Seriously.
Girl math right there.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and take note, every other team that's having trouble winning on the road, and this team's serious about tripling down on the repeat, or doubling down. Repeat, 1 repeat, 2 repeat, double down. 20. They've earned 27 points in road games, which is a PW record. 27 points on the road they've walked away with and said thank you to whoever hosted them. I mean, if road games could be that important for every team, I mean, this league's already so tight, but this goes to show why Boston's just packing up and running away with this thing in the regular season. Now, what happens in postseason, I have no idea, but they're a serious threat when they come to your home arena, because the fact that they did that against Minnesota, a team that's been cruising and whose offense has been firing like crazy, I don't know, this team's the real deal to me right now, and it's really hard to shake them and to throw them off, because whether it's a tight game or a high-scoring game right now, it just seems like they're comfortable to be in it. They got a 4-game win streak and only allowed 2 goals during it. And the 2 came against Minnesota. What? That is ridiculous. Shout out to fellow Ohio State Buckeye, Amanda Thiele.
Yeah.
21 saves on
that.
23 shots, first game, first win. Yeah, girl. And you punched your team's ticket to the playoff. Damn right. She was a third-string goalie all year, putting in the work, going to practice, grinding it out. And I think this is what Chris Spar likes to do, is just give someone a chance. Let's see what they got, because we don't know what we have down the road. Also, Coiner, I know I mentioned her off the top, 2 points in her return. Kendall Coyne, Schofield, just...
Yep, 3rd star of the game.
A legend in the game. Like, first game back, just immediate impact. I loved it. Hensley was between the pipes for Minnesota in this one. It was her 10th start of the season. She stopped 26, but, I mean, with this Boston team, you kind of have to pull an Aaron Frankel on them. You just can't. You can't. Because they'll win a 1-0 game. They'll win a 2-1 game. Like, you honestly just can't let them score, and they're a tough team to slow down. They play really, really tight systematically, and Boston seems to be doing well. Now, like I said, we'll see what converts into the playoffs, because we all know what happens. If they finish first, they have to pick. Is this confirmed that this year the first team picks their opponent again? I don't even know. I'm talking out of my butt right now. But if they do have to pick, we all know what happens when that happens. And it's they better be prepared for the curse of the number
kiss
1
of
pick.
death.
Yeah, that's a PWHL fave. I don't think that one's going anywhere. But
I
you're
dig it
right.
too.
It
I'm not
is
mad
kind of
about
a kiss
it.
of death. But this Boston team, like, it doesn't seem like anyone could beat them. I got this thought while you were talking there, Tess. Do you guys think it's possible that the Boston Fleet sweep the big awards in the PWHL this year? Let's go. I
MVP,
was just
Aaron
going through
Frankel.
them. MVP, Aaron Frankel.
Yep.
Goalie of the year would go to Aaron Frankel, then probably 2. You can't give her MVP and not goalie, I
Yep.
don't think.
Yep.
Yep.
Rookie
Tough.
of the year.
Rookie of the year.
To me,
Haley
is Haley
won.
Wynn right now.
Haley won.
But there's a few good candidates there.
There are
like
some good candidates, guys. Go on.
Kalinkova's went first overall, and she's been unbelievable. Yeah, those are the 2 like kind of top of mind for me right now. Coach of the year, I think Chris Spar is going to get a lot of love for that.
Yep.
I would agree with that.
Defender of the year,
Haley Wynn.
Megan Keller.
yeah,
Haley Wynn. It would be Megan Keller.
one of those 2 characters, and then forward of the year would be the other one. I don't know who would win that one. I don't have a Boston Fleet player for it. In fact, I don't have a thought on who it would be yet. But the rest of the awards, I'm like,
You're like,
damn. I
Newhook
think
was
the
making a
Boston-
case for herself at the beginning of the year, contributing like that. A rookie on Boston. Oh no, forward of the year. Sorry,
forward
not
of the
a
year
rookie.
is what. Yeah, that's a lot of great candidates. Like Kelly Panic's going to make some noise for that. Taylor Heisey's going to make some
100%.
noise for that. Rebecca Leslie, I think, deserves a mention
Leslie
for
will make a
not
ton of
just
noise.
forward of the year, but for MVP as well. So I'm
Yeah.
not handing it to him right now, but I'm just saying, like, I think it is actually a possibility. It's not off the table that the Boston Fleet could. And I don't know who their forward of the year candidate would be.
Mueller.
Like
I don't know if she can compete with everybody
I know, that's where I'm like, if we had to choose from the Boston team.
I know.
I'm like,
Tapani leads them in points right now in forwards. Keller actually leads them in points right now.
Yeah.
Tapani leads them in points for forwards. But yeah, the Boston Fleet are an absolute wagon. They punched their
Wagon
ticket to the
team.
postseason.
And just
First
for
team in, yeah.
MVP and goalie of the year, everyone, we know Debbie and Renee Desbiens, ARD, whatever you want to call her, is like also a boss, but it's
Goat
hard
status
to
as well.
deny Frankel when she's leading in every single category. If Frankel wasn't leading in every single category, this would be the most wicked debate. And it's still going to be a debate. Don't think this is just going to be a wash. Like there's going to be very long conversations about Debbie and Frankel for goalie of the year.
Yeah.
I
as
wish
there
we can
should
get
be.
that conversation to happen at some point, but yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, but I don't know. It's something in the Caesar salads for Aaron Frankel this year with the
Something
three
in the
consecutive.
Caesars.
Something with the Caesars.
Yeah, for real. We mentioned in that game, Kendall Coyne-Schofield back in the lineup. Then it was Ottawa Seattle and Hillary Knight getting back in the lineup for the first time since the Olympics. Happy to see her back in. But it was Gwyneth Phillips that stole the show in this one. She gets a shutout, and we'll talk about her more very soon because we're going to interview her this week on the podcast. She's going to be the interview dropping with this episode on Tuesday. Gwyneth Phillips gets the shutout. Is that her first of the season?
First of the season.
Okay, Gwen.
25 shot
First of
save
the
shutout.
season. Yes,
Yeah.
love that for her. And Ottawa moves into that final playoff spot.
Yes, they do, Julia.
We're going to be doing this all season long, dude. Every episode, we're going to be
Gonna
doing
change.
this. Yeah.
I love this. I love this
Yeah.
league. Only goaltender in the PW to face more than 600 shots this season. Kid's been peppered 630 times.
Oh my gosh.
And her 12 wins in 21 starts is third in the league, which is pretty darn good too, considering the two goalies we mentioned before her, Aaron Frankel and Renee Desbiens. Like, you're in the mix, girl, and that is sick. Seattle, I love you. I love Seattle. I love their fans. The fact that they had crowds now of over 16,000 fans 3 times over, Julia.
Unbelievable.
And I get it. Hill was hitting the ice again. I would show up too to see that, no doubt. And Country Schroeds did her best for Hill. She kept them in there, 27 saves despite the loss. But like, she made a huge save to keep her team in it. It was 2-zip, and Michaela Cava, Thunder Bay native, went in on a breakaway, got hauled down, immediately called a penalty shot. They send Brianne Jenner out to take it. Great choice. I would have too. Made a huge save on Jenner to keep her team in it. Like, damn right. Schroeds, you gave your cap a chance to win this game and your team a chance to win this game. Unfortunately, they couldn't because Ottawa's just figuring out a way. They see that 4th place and they want it, and they're figuring a way to chip away at the bit and get these wins. They've won for the first time in regulation in 14 games played away from their primary home venue.
Yeah.
They're the last team in the PW to do so this year. Like, in regulation, away. So they've been gutting it out all season. Like, you don't want, that's experience that you're depositing into the experience bank. Ottawa's charging up. I will say this. They've won consecutive games with only 2 goals scored. So they're kind of taking notes on Boston in a little bit right here. Which I think
Boston
is
type
right?
goaltending. That helps.
And the goaltending's awesome. Torrent, tough go for them. I mean, first team in the PW to lose 14 games in regulation. And we talk about it all the time. You can lose, just don't lose in regulation. You got to walk away with points in this league. I mean, they're tied for the league lead with 4 shutout losses, which is also tough. Like, the offense here, I don't know what's going on with this team. I don't know if it's the coaching that needs to be looked at or what. I mean, it's first season with a bunch of new players, so I'll give a little bit of grace there. But, like, something's got to give. This lineup, you look at the names on the roster, is too good to be performing this bad.
That's what I was going to say. That's the only red flag. You're like, something's not adding up here.
Yeah.
The roster, the people that they have on this list, I don't know what needs to change, but yeah,
Something.
I think it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it on Ottawa, Seattle. Ottawa takes that one again. Gwyneth Phillips gets the shutout, and Ottawa sneaks into that final playoff spot. Now, in a second, actually, we're going to have Melissa Caruso, GM of the Minnesota Frost, on to talk about the trade. First, we want to tell you about Clever Mocktails, the official mocktail of the PWHL. Zero alcohol, all the fun. They're made from natural, high-quality ingredients. There's 6 flavors to choose from margarita to gin and tonic and mojito. They're crafted with botanical infusions for that wow factor flavor. They feature a refined, refreshing option for any moment. They're low-calorie and no sugar options available. They're gluten-free, no hangovers, and they're available at your favorite grocery store across Canada. You can order them at clevermocktails.com. Okay, let's bring her in. She must be really busy today. It's the PWHL Trade Deadline. One trade went down today between the Minnesota Frost and the New York Sirens, and here is the woman that made the trade, Melissa Caruso, GM of the Minnesota Frost. And
there she is.
Oh my gosh,
hey.
The timing was perfect. You popped up on video right as I said your name. Melissa, thank you so much for doing this. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're stoked. Thanks for taking this. Was very last minute, so thank you. We very much appreciate you. Love your background. Your house is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming
It's been an exciting day.
I don't doubt. So were the phones ringing off the hook, or was it a relatively quiet trade deadline day?
I'm kind of surprised that I'm the one sitting here on this podcast. I thought there would be more moves today.
Really?
But I think I just kind of thought a lot of people looking for certain pieces of the puzzle at this point in the season. We're excited about our move.
We were talking earlier just about like who do we think initiated the conversation. I put my money on you, Minnesota, to just see the interest in New York if they'd be willing to deal Jinsey Rose. Was that the case?
It certainly was a piece of it. I think in general, New York's always kind of open to wheeling and dealing. So it was an easy call to make. I think both of us, knowing we probably had some interest in making moves given our roster situations right now. So it definitely was a mutual ask.
Yeah.
Nice. What are you excited about that Jinsey brings to your lineup?
Yeah, I think she's just going to bolster our decor really and kind of round it out in a really good way heading into these last couple of games and hopefully into the playoffs. I think she's got really solid veteran presence as well, hopefully some leadership that she can bring to us. And she's going to be solid and steady out there.
Yeah, I was going to say your decor we were talking about is just like rock solid right now. Like it looks pretty tight and pretty good. Buckles and I had a little laugh about it. Is that was that a focus for all of you? I saw Heisey in Toronto, and she was some fan had made a comment about there's no way the Frosts are going back to back to back, and she had a good quip back. But I was just like, don't poke the bear because Minnesota knows what it takes to win. And was this a piece that you felt like was needed in order to really make a run at that back to back title?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think our goal right now is just to clinch up spot in the playoffs, and hopefully we can just take it from there. But this is going to be a big addition for us, and it's never easy to lose a good player. Obviously, we had to give up a great player, a great person, in order to bring Jinsey here to Minnesota. But again, hopefully it works out for both teams.
Was there anything else that came to mind? You're saying that you're expecting more pieces to move. What other things were teams you think expecting to tighten up before trade deadline?
I think we're all always looking for D, to be honest with you. I think, for us specifically in Minnesota, our offense is really solid right now. If you're looking at the point leaders across the league, we're pretty solidly weighing up top there, which is great. But I think in general across the league, where everyone's always looking for D.
Yeah.
We felt like Denisa Krejova is a fantastic offensive threat, but I always felt like she got buried in your lineup because it is so deep and so like it's just offensive octane all the time. Did you feel that way as well?
We did, and that's one of the reasons that I was willing to move her to New York, just to give her a new opportunity as well. I think for any athlete, being a part of a new team could be a really great thing. You obviously don't know until you try. But if you look at our roster, like just looking at the number of Olympians alone, it's tough to crack the lineup with us. So again, she'll be a huge loss for us. We'll really miss her physicality, her grit, that piece of it. But we have other players who are ready to step into expanded roles. So excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah. Who are those players that you're looking to elevate here going into the stretch drive?
Well, we have obviously we lost Don Petrie to LTIR earlier this year, so we've had Elizabeth Jaguar in the lineup recently, which has been a great opportunity for her. We did just bring Sam Cogan over, who just finished her season in Sweden, so she's been with us literally days, maybe two practices so far. So really excited to see how that plays out this week. And but again, we have so many athletes who are so versatile that they can play anywhere up and down the lineup. We obviously just brought Kendall back from LTIR this weekend as well. So a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving line mates, but they've all handled it really well.
Yeah, we'll let you go on this one. Like you were just talking about all those Olympians that bolster your lineup. Kendall Coyne coming back in for you guys. What can you say about just the way your team has almost elevated internally, even after winning back-to-back champions? I'm thinking about a player like Kelly Panic specifically, who just seems to be shot out of a cannon this year. Like, what could you say about your kind of day one Minnesota Frost players who've taken another step this season?
Yeah, so happy for them. Specifically Kelly, I think, last night after the game, I said, I saw you hit the 50-point club. And she's like, what? That's great. And she didn't even know. So that's not anything that's on their radar right now, but just the season that they're all having. Really happy for them because they put in the work. The Olympians, specifically having worked so hard this year to bring back that gold medal. And I'm happy to see them being rewarded for it.
Yeah. And you're looking for that triple trophy, that third piece of hardware this season. We'll see. Good luck. Thank you so much for doing this, Melissa. We appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, good luck down the stretch here.
Thanks.
Thank you. Again, guys, that was Melissa Caruso. She is GM of the Minnesota Frost back-to-back PWHL Walter Cup champ, which is just absolutely awesome. And nice of her to take the time to come on with us too. And she was expecting more moves today too, guys. Like low key, so was I. I thought more was going to happen today too. Even though all the stuff we said before, like I felt like teams were kind of sniffing around looking for stuff, but maybe there was just no perfect fits.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't expect a lot. I will say that. I expected one, maybe two. Just solely on the fact that one, right now, since you can't trade picks, it's a little bit tough to trade in the league. But that being said, it's not impossible. And she just told you, we knew what we wanted and we went and got it. Yeah, we had to give someone up, but we made sure that we were deep up front. And it's like, cool, there's a GM that understands, what the team needs. And if she gives something up, it's next player up. That's who needs to perform. And they throw all their confidence into it. I just feel like, too, with the understanding that expansion is coming, I feel like this year everyone's just like, we got to get it done with what we got because we don't know who we're losing or how we're losing or where we're losing next year. And let's just use maybe this season to make a run for it, see what we can do with what we got, and then we'll know where we need to go next year with this wicked draft that's coming in.
Truly, yeah. I can't wait for the idea of draft picks being involved, though, because a day like today will be insanity when that happens.
Yes. And again, guys, like lots happening still, lots to come at the end of the season. Like trade deadline is passed, roster freeze coming tomorrow. Lots of fun to come down the stretch here. Ottawa in that final playoff spot right now, but we do not know how it's going to go. This interview is brought to you by Aero, the official chocolate bar of the PWHL. On or off the ice, feel the bubbles melt. This one was so fun, Tessa. This is one of our favorite characters in all of hockey, although she's like probably the only character that she could name in hockey other than her fellow PWHL teammates. We talked about that a little bit and like if it was awkward when she met the USA men's team that she wasn't able to name. Remember that viral video that happened in like September when she was trying to name men's hockey players?
Yes.
Yeah. So we went through that. We had a lot of fun with a bunch of stuff. So here's Gwyneth Phillips on Jocks and Jills. All right. She's one of the most interesting characters in hockey. She's graced us with her presence a couple times on Jocks and Jills. We're so lucky to have Gwen Phillips back on the show. How are you, girl? I know you're in the midst of like a hardcore road run right now. How is everything?
I'm good. Yeah, we just got back from a pretty long trip, headed out here again soon, but all is good.
Yeah. So like coming off such a crazy time too, like what's it been like to transition back into the PWHL season after such an insane time both on and off the ice at the Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was really great to be back. As much fun as I had at the Olympics, and as cool as that was, it was nice to kind of be home, be in my own bed, see my teammates, and get back to like a more normal schedule. I guess the PW's a pretty crazy schedule, but yeah,
Yeah, normal and very heavy quotation marks if you guys are
yeah,
listening and not watching the video
yeah.
version of this interview. Normal as far as life as a pro hockey player goes, I guess.
Yeah.
One of the stories, like there were a lot of stories about Team USA at the Olympics that we're going to have to break down because pretty much everything you guys were doing was going viral, but people were loving the dynamic between yourself and Aaron Frankel. Shout out to the documentary Tendies. If you haven't checked it out already on YouTube, please go do that. It was so excellent. I don't think that people realized that you and Aaron Frankel go all the way back. You and I touched on it a little bit the first time that you were on Jocks and Jills, but that dynamic is so interesting to me. The craziest part though, Gwen, people don't realize that you committed to Northeastern first.
I don't even think I knew that. Like, I don't think I knew that, to be honest. I think I learned that in the documentary. I was like, oh.
That is so funny. What do you remember it being like when you were watching, like, obviously you were keeping tabs on Northeastern. What was it like watching her tear it up? Where you're like, damn, what am I supposed to do with this?
I mean, I don't watch hockey, so like, I wasn't watching that closely, but I remember like committing to Northeastern, and then like a few years later, all of a sudden they're like fighting in the top 10, and I was like, whoa, 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 like what's going on here? Because when I committed, they weren't like the top 10 that I knew of, and then I was like, oh, like looks like some like freshman goalies ripping it up, and then kind of watched, like kind of was following a little bit, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, pretty pumped.
Yeah, that is cool. Like, did it, you don't seem to be fazed by anything. Did you know, like, did you feel like you were going into Northeastern having to challenge for a spot? Like, were you kind of accepting you're going to be back up to start? Like, what do you remember your mindset being when you went into that?
I honestly don't remember. I guess I was like, oh, I guess I'll have to be fighting for a spot. But like at the same time, when you're going through the recruiting process, no coach is like, all right, you're going to be our starter. Like they're always gonna be like, hey, you got to battle. So like, even if I was going to walk in and be the starter, I was still told I was going to battle. So I think, I had that idea in my head the whole time. So, and like, who doesn't want to like learn from other people and like have someone to push you and stuff. So like, I thought it was great.
Well, that's a very positive mindset because honestly, I can name like 50 people who would want to learn from someone else playing in front of them, honestly. So that is a very positive mindset on your part. What was your dynamic like when you came in and she was kind of the vet who was playing all the time? Like, what was your relationship like then?
If I'm being like totally honest, like we were never that close. I think we actually got closer like after we graduated or like with the national team. But kind of from day one, I remember being at like a team party and she like weirdly like sat me down and was like, hey, like just want to like I want this to be like a really good partnership, and like she kind of like set this like really great standard of like like just being a good partner. And I think that was really cool of her to do like on day one. And then from there on out, like we just had a really good like goalie relationship, even if we like weren't the tightest of friends off the ice. But then like eventually we had a 5th-year transfer come in who was really good friends with her. And so then we kind of started hanging out a little bit more. And I was like, oh, wait, like she's a great person. And then post-college, I think we got a little bit even closer.
Yeah, that's pretty cool how she sat you down to kind of set the standard on what the relationship would be. Do you kind of take that into your goalie relationships now? Do you kind of remember that moment when a wily vet sat you down and talked about the expectations in the relationship? Like, do you take that into your goalie partnerships currently?
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, because I know both sides of it. So like, I try to build a good relationship with my goalie partners, just kind of like how Aaron did with me. And I think that's really cool. I think my perspective of being a backup, which I bet a lot of PWHL goalies don't have, especially for 3 years, give me a really good, perspective on things.
Dude, your life has changed so much in the last year. It's actually crazy. Like when we had you on this podcast for the first time, pretty much a year ago right now, you were just about a year ago, you took over that starting job in Ottawa. Like is there a secret behind how you maintain such an even composure, whether you're starting every single game or your backup? Like, is it not watching hockey? Is it staying tuned out and being more interested in other things?
If I have a secret power, it's that I just don't pay attention to anything.
Yeah.
I just like live my life, and I guess, then I'm not worried about other stuff, and I just, like enjoy having fun, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. Enjoy having fun. Enjoy having fun. I saw that Emma Malte posted, okay, I kind of wanted to get you to do this. Everybody saw the video that went absolutely viral of you at the beginning of the year. You kind of referenced it already in this interview. Like everyone knows you don't watch hockey. And I forget who posted it originally, but it was you trying to name male hockey players. Emma Malte posted a funny video of like name a male athlete. I feel like you originated that because you actually can't name a male athlete unless it's a climber that's scaling a building.
Joe, he's the coolest. He's the coolest athlete ever.
No, he weirds me out, man. I'm like,
No,
come
he's
on,
so
you don't
cool.
care?
He's cool. Just the way he's like, oh yeah, I could have died, but like I knew I wouldn't. Like he's just so chill. I'm sorry, he's the coolest guy ever.
Dude, I feel like he's literally you.
But yeah, that video like haunts me to this day, especially at the Olympics. I was like, there's no way these guys saw this, right? Like
they definitely did is the thing. They definitely did is the thing. So when you meet the USA hockey guys and you famously don't know any male athletes, did you know who any of the USA hockey guys were?
I knew a few, but I remember like being on the bus. We were going to this lunch with the guys, and we were on the same bus. And I was like typing on my phone and texting Scams, who was like right next to me. And I was like, okay, this one's this guy, right? And this is this, like studying. So when we were at the luncheon, like I knew who they were, and I was okay. There were some that I was like, oh, shoot, like I don't know, but ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. Okay. A couple of them were in that video though. Austin Matthews. Did you figure out who he was in the end?
I know him. The Kachucks. I got Hellebuck.
I was gonna say, did you get Hellebuck? You probably knew him after that last game on the Sunday, eh?
Yeah. Big deal now he is.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you guys talk any goalie, the two of you, at the after party?
A bunch of my teammates here, a lot of goalies are big fans of him. So I had to be like, hey, can we get a picture so I can send it to my friends? Which I felt so embarrassed doing, but I had to. Like,
that is so off-brand for you. I can't
They
even
wanted
tell
the
you.
picture, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it for them. But yeah, he was cool. After they won, I was sitting next to him for a little bit. He's a goalie guy for sure.
So on the record, you can name a male athlete.
Oh yeah, I can name a few. I
really
was studying. People were ripping me apart, so I started like practicing and like making flashcards.
I'm really proud of you. That is some excellent commitment to learning ahead of the Olympics. Was there anyone that you met at the Olympics? I'm sure, like I'm imagining maybe figure skaters. Like, who did you meet at the Olympics that really starstruck you? Did anyone?
Well, I mean, like going into it, everyone was talking about the quad god. So, and
Right.
We were in the same village as figure skating, so that was pretty cool.
Okay, wait, were you confused about the quad god too? I was talking to a couple of the other players on your team. Were you all expecting him to have huge quads?
Obviously. Yeah, I was, and then I saw him and I was like, well, this must have a different meaning because
Layla was like, I think my quads are bigger than that, guys. I don't know what is with this guy.
Yeah, I was not prepared for that. I still don't really know what a quad is, but it's definitely not his leg muscles.
No, I don't fully understand that. Anyone else? Any other interactions in the village that really stand out to you?
I mean, just seeing like a lot of people and being told like who they are and what they've done. It's like, oh wow, that's really cool. But like, I wouldn't have known that. Thank you for sharing. Like, Scams would hit me and be like, oh, that's so and so.
That's what I was gonna say. Was Scams just like your translator as to who everyone was for the duration of the trip?
100%. Like, doesn't matter what sport, what country. She'd be like, okay, like that's a big deal. That person's a big deal because they did this. I'm like, all right, like putting that in my notes. And then I'd be like, the next day I'd be like, Scams, that's so-and-so and they did so-and-so.
I love it. You guys did some learning together. It was an educational international trip.
Oh yeah.
And you took Gorge with Gwen on the road, which was absolutely incredible. In addition to all your other talents, you were also a great content creator. I've been loving the Gorge with Gwen series. What stood out in terms of food in Milan? Tell us all about it.
So we went out to eat, me and my family and some of my friends, and I'm still thinking about this tiramisu that I got. And every time I've gotten tiramisu since, like it just isn't living up to that. And it's kind of like I feel like that's bad. Like I've
actually had a tiramisu like that too. It was in Toronto though. It was at a restaurant called Giulietta. And now every time I have tiramisu, I'm expecting the bite to hit like that bite, and I'm like,
exactly. It's like a high I'll never be able to reach again. And I'm going to keep chasing it and I'll never get there.
I love that. Gorge with Gwen is like, I love it though. And it's like something else that you and Aaron Frankel have in common. Did you are you collabing with any of your food Instagram pages, your food content? Do you have anything in the works with Pain by Romaine and Gorge with Gwen?
Nothing in the works. Sometimes I'm at a place though, and I'm like, oh, like I'm like I get a to-go salad from this one place, a Caesar, and I'm like, okay, like I know when I go eat there for the first time, I'll send it to Erin because I know like the to-go is really good. So I'm sure when you're sitting there and it's all displayed, it'll be great. So I do have one place to like tell her to go in Ottawa.
Okay.
I'm excited for that.
So you're a Caesar salad fan too, obviously.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with the Caesar.
I don't actually know now that I'm reflecting on it. I don't know that I've ever met anyone that's like, I hate Caesar salad.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's great. It's so good.
Yeah. Okay. If you hate Caesar salad, please comment and let us know that you exist. Because now that I'm combing my mind, I've never met anyone that was like, hell no on Caesars.
They might get like bullied though.
I know. I guess that
Like
wouldn't be
one
something that you would
person.
share publicly.
Yeah, I hate Caesars as we're talking about Erin and her obsession with Caesars.
They try to keep that on the DL.
Yeah.
The tiramisu was great in Milan. I heard that, and the rumor going around is that, like, did you have to create a special personal relationship with a man named Simone who was serving the lava cakes?
Oh, Simone! Yeah.
Tell us about
the best.
how you got so many lava cakes for the girls, because it was. I think Haley Skimura actually said prison rules when it came to accessing the lava cakes.
Yeah, I remember. I think I listened to her a little bit, throw me on the bus, but I worked hard for those.
No way
those
you listened
cakes.
to it. You just saw the social clip.
Well, that's all that matters, and she wasn't wrong. I did use a few white lies because I wanted the lava cake. Like they're so hard to get, and I was like, I mean, I was so embarrassing. I got the manager involved, and the manager was like, "All right, like we'll get you the stupid lava cake." And I'm like, "Thank you." And then the manager got Simone, and Simone was like, "Oh, you want a lava cake? Sure." And we started like dabbing each other up every time we saw each other. And he was like, "If you guys win gold, like you can have lava cakes down the table." And I think he was serious. We just never had that happen. But I really think like if we had asked, he was there. He was going to help the girls out.
So you said it was your birthday, and then like he had to contact the manager to confirm?
No, I was like, I asked the person working, and I was like, "Hey, like, where can I get these lava cakes?" And they're like, "Oh, like usually you have to order ahead." I'm like, "Oh, like how far ahead? Like I'll order like one now and just like come get it when it's cooked." And she's like, "Well, usually it's only for your birthday." And I was like, "Well, then it's my birthday." Like,
how could they have been verifying that?
I don't know. And I was like, I told her, I was like, well, I've seen other people like eating them, and I know it's not their birthday, like, but today can be my birthday. And she's like, I just remember like being just like, give me a lava cake. Like, I know they're just in the back. All you have to do is put them in the microwave. Like, please, I just want to try the lava cake. I was getting really frustrated. So I was lying, and I'm okay with that at the moment.
Sometimes you need to lie to get what you... Did you lie about anything else other than it being your birthday? Like, did you have to make anything else up on a different day, or was it just the one birthday fib?
I think it was just the one birthday fib. Someone said when I was telling them, they were like, "Oh, you should have said like your teammate got engaged." I'm like, "Oh, that would have been better. That would have been, I wouldn't have had to lie, and it would have probably worked out better." So,
and that was true. Yeah,
exactly. So
I love the way Heisey told us that story. We were all laughing. Did you have no idea also when Hill got engaged and she was just like low key at the rink and engaged and no one knew?
Yeah, I think it was just like it was on Instagram as we were walking in, and it was like, Hill, what the heck? Like so low key about it. And I guess like a few people knew, and I guess she was like getting treatment before she did it to make sure she could get as low as possible into that lunge. It was pretty cute. So yeah, no, she was so low key about it. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. Like I couldn't imagine. Also, like the thought of having that in the back of your mind the entire time, like thinking like, all right, like I got games to play in the Olympics, but also like I have to propose and I can't drop the ring and the grate that I'm proposing over.
Is that not the most Hill thing ever, though? Just being so low-key and, like, so unbothered by it?
Yeah, honestly, we all should have not been that surprised, but we were.
Yeah, that's fair. It's so cute, though. Like, I love those two together. Have you heard any, like, wedding plans or anything like that?
I have not. Who knows what it's going to be like? Hill's so low-key. She's probably like, yeah, sounds good. Like,
yeah, we got married. That's what's going to happen. You're going to show up to the rink one day and she'll be like, look, we got married.
Yeah, like, oh, great. Congratulations.
Yeah. Okay, and speaking of shenanigans at the rink, Megan Keller let us know that there was, like, some sneaky business involved with the pants that zipped at the knees. At some point, someone stole the bottom of her and Kelly Panic's pants. Who was behind that?
I honestly don't know. I have some theories, but Panic was not thrilled about it. She was like, I'm not having a good day. Like, someone give me my pants back, which just made things worse because, like, obviously we're just laughing at her because it is ridiculous that she lost the bottom zip-offs of her pants, and it's hard not to laugh.
It was alleged that her underwear were stolen as well.
Well, I would hope not, because that's weird for the thief that stole her underwear, but
Now you really can't expose them.
now I'm certainly not going to expose them, but yeah, the team, there's some good pranksters on the team. Keeps things interesting.
I feel like you would have been upset if those pants had been stolen because those pants scream summer road trip.
I feel like a lot of the Nike gear was made for me.
Yeah.
Like those pants especially, like, yeah, those are definitely coming on the trailer with me. The eagle skirt, that's coming. Are you kidding me? I love that. There's a ton of stuff that's coming with me.
You made the eagle skirt famous, so congratulations on that. That was my next question about the eagle skirt. Keller said that she left her eagle skirt in Milan. Will we see your eagle skirt in a walk-in soon?
She left it?
No, I'm disturbed by that too. Like she could have, I would have taken, I'm Canadian, I would have worn the eagle skirt around the fire this summer. Like I can't believe that.
That's really sad. I love the eagle skirt. And also like we got a mattress topper on our beds. And we got an extra suitcase and I packed the mattress topper for my trailer.
Oh my gosh.
Because I needed one for my camper. So like the fact that she left the skirt and I brought an entire mattress pad is crazy.
That is absolutely crazy. That's such a good idea though. Wait, why did I think that the camper was a rental that you did last summer? That thing is yours?
Yeah, because why would a 24-year-old buy a trailer for themselves? Because I like to buy things. I like to have
Maybe I
toys.
just assumed.
I mean, that's a smart assumption. I bought it while we were in Prague. I wired my aunt some money and had my dad go pick it up.
Okay, wait. Maybe I do remember this. I totally just made up the rental part. You wouldn't rent that thing. That is yours. Did you do any renos to it this winter? Like any upgrades we can expect?
Honestly, no. The guy I bought it off, he did a bunch of stuff on it that like I wouldn't be able to do anything better. So it's got like a shower. He's got like it already had like an extra strong dual battery with dual solar. Like I don't need it to do anything else on it. So
honestly, I'm such a girl like brain when I say reno. No, I don't mean girl brain. Girls do amazing renos. That was a stupid thing of me to say, but I'm like artsy. I'm like, did you paint it a fun color? Did you add stripes? Like that's what I'm talking about.
I'll put a racing line down.
See, you can
that.
customize it. No, you got to put like the electric bolts for the charge.
Oh yeah, that could be a good one.
Something like that along the sides.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about a summer road trip though. Are you planning? Do you got routes in mind? Like what's on the docket for this year?
Yeah, I got everything like planned out in terms of where I'll go. And maybe like the hikes I'll do and stuff, but I'm still working things out. It might be one where I drive out and along the way I have to fly home to fly back to continue because I have a few obligations. So I'm working through some of that stuff, but yeah, I got a long one in mind. I think it's like 50 or 60 days.
Sick. Last summer you did Western Canada, right?
Western US.
Western US, sorry.
Yeah. So I'll do Pacific Northwest of the US, and then I think I'm either gonna go there or back through Canada.
Oh, that'll be so cool. I can't wait for the vlogs.
Yeah.
I know
I really want to see Calgary and Drumheller and Banff.
So sick. Like those lakes are unbelievable. Very comparable scenery though to what you would have done last year, but like so many cool national parks and stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine some good camping meals to be made. I always like seeing those vlogs too. Remember the one where you made like a steak and beans and I commented on it only seeing the beans? You were so mad at me. I felt really
so
bad.
mad because everyone was
I
laughing
know,
at
I
me for
felt
eating
so
beans. I
bad.
was like, there was like a filet mignon on that plate, and it was it just also had beans, but it was a really nice meal.
I'm sorry. That was on me. Like it was completely poor media literacy on my part. I have to wear that. It was brutal on me.
All I can remember is watching Pooh just looking at me, laughing at me from like 2 tables over, and I was like, everyone thinks I'm weird now.
Oh God, guys, to give you context, this was at the PWHL Awards last year. You were accepting like your playoff MVP or something to that effect, and I was making fun of your camping meals, which were elite. And you didn't even have a microphone to defend yourself. It was like not fair of me at all.
At least you own it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm publicly taking it back now. But we mentioned you guys have hit the ground running, Charge, since the Olympic break. You said it's been good to be back. You guys kind of hit the road right away. And you guys have been keeping fans on the edge of their seats as you do. Like providing the hope, providing the keeping everybody on the edge of their seats. Like how have you been feeling as a group since the Olympics?
I think pretty good. Hockey's been fun. There's definitely things we need to clean up, but the hope is always there because we know that we can tie it up and we know we can go to OT and we know we can win an OT. So at least there's that. Working on some regulation wins, but I don't know. It's just been fun. I think everyone's in high spirits, having fun around the rink, and I think that's starting to translate into our games. So yeah, we're excited for the next few games.
Yeah, it feels that way. That's what's so dangerous about you guys. Like, you're never out of it. Never out of a game, never out of the playoff race. You never know what the Ottawa Charge are going to bring. How about Rebecca Leslie lately? I've been petitioning for Rebecca Leslie to be mayor of Ottawa. Like, what can you say about her play from your perspective?
I mean, what can't I say? It's been unreal to see what she's done this year. And like, we trained together in the summer, like kind of a small group, just like me, her, and Jenny, and a few other local girls that are here sometimes, and it's really great to see like all the work she put in the summer. Like, she did so much speed work and skating work, to see that translate so well, and then have some goals off of that has been, I think, like really rewarding for me to see. So I can't imagine what it feels like for her. So I mean, that's been great. And then being on her team, it's great to have the trust in her that she can do it. She can do it all. She can score. So yeah, it's been really great to see her thriving and playing so well. And my brother will text me every once in a while, and he's like really mad because he doesn't get how someone could get so good in 1 year at that age. And he's like, I'm that same age and I'm not getting any better at beer league. I'm like, well, there's a difference. So it's really cool to see. I'm really happy for her.
Oh, that's so awesome. Local girl, too, just has the whole city behind her. And just knowing her story and how close she was to retiring on multiple occasions, like, so incredible. So happy for her. Can't imagine as a teammate. Gwen, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate this. You guys have been absolutely grinding it on the road recently, and I know it's not easy to sit on the laptop for a little bit of time. So appreciate you taking it.
Oh, good. Thanks for having me. It was
Thank
fun.
you. And I'm glad I could publicly retract my making fun of you here on
Me
the
too,
pod.
actually. That one hurt.
Thank you. I'm sorry again. And again, that interview brought to you by Aero, the official chocolate bar of the PWHL, on or off the ice. Feel the bubbles melt.
We love Gwen. I feel like she's welcome on here whenever she wants. Our show is her show. We love her goalie vibes, even though some might say she's not fully a goalie. She's goalie. She's goalie.
Yeah,
Gwen's a
she's
goalie.
definitely
We
a
love every
goalie.
part about it. We got to go camping with her at some time. We got to figure that out.
I know, dude. I'm not ripping that 50 to 60 day trip that she was outlining in that interview. Though. That sounds a little bit intense.
I'll show
our
up for
camping.
3. I'll show up for 3 of the 50, and I'll be great. Quick in and out, and then I'll be able to shower, and I'll be okay with myself.
Perfect. That's great. So thank you very much again, Gwyneth Phillips, for coming on the show and always making time for us. Okay, let's do our Send It segment. If you guys want to drop some questions in the chat, maybe we'll do a couple. I pulled this one from email, Tessa, because
I like this one.
The subject of the email jumped. Well, yes, it pats you on the back, so it's a perfect.
Oh, the first
Tessa's.
one. I meant the actual question.
Okay, I love it.
What's
This is from Aaron. The subject of the email was, "Oh, I saw the defensive mistake." Aaron said, "I wanted to say thanks for what I saw yesterday in the Frost game. At some point in some pod, I heard you say that when one offensive player is coming down the ice hard with another player and the defensive player is like, oh crap, the defensive player needs to hold off attacking and needs to sort of hold them to one side. I saw the Frost player instead leave her player, drive hard to the one with the puck. That left the other player open, and sure enough, they drove hard and passed the puck, and bam, goal. I saw the play set up, and I was like, oh, Tessa said that happened." I love that. My question, the
It
Frost
does
starting
happen.
lineup
Not
didn't
all the
seem to
time, but
have
it
their
does.
top line anywhere. Even with Kendall Coyne back, they were flat. Do you know why they started that way? Just a vibes question.
It is. This is I like these games when this happens. Can I just say, sometimes, like you saw with Montreal only getting 2 shots in that first period, these games happen, and these are great learning moments in the regular season. You don't know why they happen. Is it the food? Is it the travel? Is there a bug going around? All of these things could happen, and only the people in that locker room actually know what's going on. But when it does happen, even though Kendall Coyne came back and they should have been jazzed, and Kendall was jazzed to be back, getting 2 points on the night, but that's when your secondary scoring, or I call them the spark plug line. Every team needs a spark plug line. You need them to step up and do that. It can't be your first line all of the time. We've learned and saw with Montreal over the past 2 years, can't be it. Can't be it. It's got to be some other team, some other line making the magic happen. Do I know why they started that way? I don't. I haven't been in that locker room. I don't know if there's a bug going around. I don't know.
Even when you're in it, sometimes you're like, I don't know
what's
why
happening.
we did that.
You know what it is though? You know what happens when you're when you're going through warm-ups and your warm-up goes flawlessly, you get a little worried.
That's so
I
true.
always, if I noticed when I played that warm-up was going too well, I purposely messed it up and I threw it off and I made a bad pass and I annoyed someone because a bad warm-up means a great game.
Yeah.
So maybe their warm-up was too good.
That could have been
like
it.
that
Am I
take.
right, Buckies?
I
Warm
like
up
that
to elite.
take.
Flawless warm-ups are awful. You like you
I
literally
I
skate
know that
off and you're
Buckles.
like,
I know
oh,
Buckles, and I know
no.
Buckles would prefer to have a perfect warm up.
Yeah,
Is that right?
I don't know. I think I would reach flow state with less like distractions. So I like
Chaos?
that though.
That
I
is
like that a lot.
Buckles' censored way of
To a
saying I
T.
need it to be perfect or
Need it to
I'll
be perfect.
absolutely crash out.
The Harvard in me.
Yeah, I gotta dot my I's and cross my T's
Yeah.
before every game. But you know what, Tessa? I feel like we would be a good balance then.
You
Yeah.
need that balance.
You would make it perfect and I would ruin it for you.
But you would play great. As we've seen at Shirley's
Truly.
Girlies.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will see
Yeah.
Julia on Tuesday.
Yep.
Oh baby.
Jacqueline actually asked Buckles, do we have to wear Harvard gear to meet up with Buckles at the TD Garden game?
You'll be easier to spot and she will sniff you out.
Oh, I will come up to you if you're wearing Harvard gear. But
Yes.
regardless, I will. I'm so excited to beat everybody that's
Yeah.
gonna be there. That's gonna be a raucous game.
Yeah, that's going to be good fun. That's going to be good fun. This was good fun, guys. Thank you very much joining our trade deadline show. Only one trade went down today. New York and Minnesota swapped Jinsey Rose and Denisa Krisheva. Shout out to both of them. Awesome players who we're hoping for nothing good but good things for in their
And
new
shout
locations.
out to you, Julia. You said Krisheva very well.
Oh,
Hey,
thanks.
yo.
I've
Girl,
been
that was
practicing.
like, you didn't
She
even
literally
think
had to
about
come on our show and break it
teach
down
us
for us.
in Starbucks.
So we can no longer mess it up because she's done us that honor. she's one of our patron saints of this podcast. Like,
We love
she's
her.
awesome. Thank you very much to our sponsors, Shark Ninja, Clever Mocktails, CCM, Arrow. We love you all. Thank you for helping us do this. If you want to send us a question, jocksinjills at thepwhl.com. Jocksinjills is our social media handle. You can find us anywhere with that. You can even leave us a voicemail, 1-929-542-2442. No games Tuesday, triple header in the league Wednesday, Minnesota, New York, Vancouver at Montreal, Toronto and Ottawa facing off in Calgary for the Takeover Tour. Friday, next episode, we will talk to you all then. Until then, make sure you follow along on social media like I just said. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on the PWHL's YouTube page. We love you all. Chat Friday.